Hey there, I'm JB and welcome at Islandia Island, a place that we're going to terraform with the theme cyberpunk / apocalyptic, which we're going to build from the bottom to the top, from criminality and poor to rich and, well, criminality. I guess there are a lot of people which are criminals too. So in this case for today, I would like to build some cute little stuff right down here, like shops and maybe some buildings on that side, and I will just explain a lot more about the whole planning and what I got in mind. But before doing that, I have a comment on my Discord from Captain Misraji because I was asking for ideas. And he is saying you can use signboards, any dye, and glow squid ink to make glowing letters like cyberpunk builds have. Levers, copper rods, iron rods, and tin stuff like these can make some good looking tin lights. Walls, copper rods, lever, rails, blast furnace, and things etc. can make for good looking pipelines. AC, condenser, farms, and stuff. Put light sources behind stained glass to give the effect of colored lights. Banners and paintings and item frames can be used for decoration too. Thank you a lot for your comment, I really appreciate it. And if you guys have some comments, let me know down below in the comment section. Really going to help out the series and you're going to be a part of this Islandia project. Now after I made this pipe down here, I was thinking about how am I going to use all of the blocks. So what I basically mean, I think the best thing to do here is just use dark and rusty and torn down blocks way down below, and slowly but surely as we're going to go up, I will be using the more beautiful and polished type of blocks and add in a little bit of darker color on top, while down below I'm going to add a little bit of lighter color. And I think it will also be a good idea to keep things interesting is to use a couple of blocks down here and then use them only again on, let's say, this side. So I'm going to need to share up the blocks so things don't always look exactly the same. So right down here, I had in mind that I would like to make some kind of a sushi / burger tent right down here underneath this pipe. And the first thing that I am going to need to do is calculate how much space we actually have. So I'm just going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And will you guys please, let me do my thing. Thank you. And on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in this case, the space that I got left is 4 only. So what I think will be the best to do is make this here into a pathway of 3 on this side, and then make a pathway of 3 on this side. I think it would be for the best, which gives me plenty of space for a store with a kitchen. I think it would be fun to have one bar with bar stools on this side and one bar with bar stools on the other side. Then have the entrance of the little toko right down in here. Now I think in the past I have tried to make something like a bar stool or whatever, which can be made on so many different ways. Now in order to make the stool a little bit like a thickness, we could say, okay, this will be the seat, this will be the pole where it stands on, but we can also use something like this, I'll guess, or we can use something with signs. Now the reason why I'm doing this first is there's a reason for that, and the reason being that if you make the bar this high, which is kinda a nice height to just stand here and order your stuff, and you would like to make like a bar stool or whatever, and in this case this is something unfortunate that it's going to happen, so we need to put a little bit of distance to it, or just say we don't care about that, or there must be something in mind that there is a little bit of distance here. But I guess these stools can be moved or forwards, or if you put the slab on here, it's kind of an okay distance, and of course we can put a slab on here in order to increase the height. But then again, I feel like a little child right now, or if you sit on a stool like this, this is still very low, right? This is not how you going to eat your dinner. Going to eat your dinner a little bit higher up. This makes a lot more sense. And then of course we could say, let's put a back plate on it for a stool. Long story short, you can see kind of the problem how high this bar stool actually is. Now of course another thing that we could do to say is make something like this around it in order to increase the height of the floor, so it makes a little bit more sense. And then, you know, the seat is kinda okay, I'll guess. Yeah, it's still very high up though. But this is a thing in Minecraft that is, you know, something we gotta deal with. But this is okay. You know, there are places where you order stuff and the counter is this high up. So I guess this is an idea what we could be doing. Now, of course, if you got different idea for future bars and that kind of stuff, then also let me know in the comment section. But the first thing that I'm going to do is search for a couple of blocks. And I already had this block in mind, these mud bricks, in order to lay down a little bit of a, yeah, what it says, a muddy type of floor. We also have packet mud. I think in the past I have seen something like rooted dirt. We have yeah, coarse, and we have normal dirt. And there's a reason for that, because it would be nice if we could pack a little bit of grass something, right? Now I'm going to check and see what would fit in for a bit. I guess these two almost look the same, but I think I like this one for some reason a little bit more. And then yeah, we have this problem too. I like this one for whatever reason a little bit more. It looks a little bit like kind of torn down type of grass. Now another thing that I would like to do is add in like a little sewage thing, because there's a lot of water dripping down, it's raining, and all of this good water needs to go somewhere. So in this case, what I mean by that, I have to be so careful sometimes, is we're gonna place this down. We have a pathway, we have this pathway, and actually down here I would like to make another drain type of deal. So I think this should be possible to have this water flow through here, right? And let me see if we can do this. Yeah, that will be perfect. So I have like these trapdoors on top, so it looks like, you know, the water is still getting through here, and then you can still walk onto it. Now of course we have, you know, things like this to just, you know, give a little bit more messy texture to the area. And of course we got rooted dirt, because with rooted dirt we can add grass on top and, you know, overgrown stuff. I think it would also be a very good idea. Alright, the whole floor has been laid out. I got some bar stools. I'm going to choose for a dark oak style slash this, what is called, crimson purple stuff. And the only thing that I did notice is that I could not really aim out the bar stools along with an empty space, because if I would have aimed out 1, 2, 3 on this side, what I have on the other side, that means I have like this spot here, and then I cannot cram in another bar stool. So I've chosen to make this pathway a little bit thicker, which in the end I think it would be nice if we can add in some plants or dirt on this side, so the pathway itself will be free, which on this side it's going to be a little bit more tighter. But I think that's okay to have different looks on each side. Now I've also been saying in the island series, once you add in a lot of decorations in the surrounding area, you are going to have a better idea of how beautiful this area is going to be, rather than just, you know, simple building. Right, the next thing that I'm going to look for is something very, very darkish. Polished deep slate might be the solution for this. Now I'm going to need to put this, I guess, upside down somehow, some way, and like that, in order to create like a piece of a bar like that. Now of course it's not going to be here, but rather at the side of it, which in the end is going to give this look right down here. I think this is just perfect. Yes, tiny, but no, you know, stuff like that. And maybe what I can also do, instead of having people order stuff here, which are not going to sit down, I might just add in a tiny little window on this side where you can take food to go, to say. Now I would like to see if there is a different block that I can use for the building itself. So it's going to exist, of course, out of different blocks, but I basically want to have something totally different than the polished type of style. Muddy mangrove roots. Let's see how this looks like. I want to have something like this right down here. It has a lot of texture on it. Now of course for the sides I'm going to need to or either place this like that or add in some more muddy stuff, but I think it would be for the best if we create it like this. And then we're going to need to go for a certain height, so 2 or 3 at least. I'm also going to need to add in a little roof type of deal, so the vines will basically stop growing. Ah, there we go. I guess it's at nature. This one is at construction, so and it's supposed to be here somewhere. Ah, there we go. Okay, I found it. Very good. So yeah, I think this will be a little bit better. Now, I am kind of thinking that I think we need to put some signs up to the ceiling there. I mean, I could add in this down here, you know, to make it a little bit more even out. But then we don't have any signs. Of course, I can place some signs on the wall. For some reason, it does look good. Now, let me just add in another idea. Because I've been saying we need a little bit of a roof type of deal in order to stop these vines from growing. Let's add in another expansion for that. Yeah, I like it way more when it's a bit longer than that. And for some reason, this is good. Now, of course, I'm going to close off this side first. I think this is fine. Now, like I said, the door is going to be difficult because, you know, getting a dark door, you know, we have this dark door, we got this slide of dark door, and this is kind of normal. But, well, that does fit in. Well, this door doesn't fit in at all. I shouldn't be looking at. This is nice, but it doesn't fit in with that. This actually is not too bad. Okay, I still think we should be doing this. Make it like a nice low type of deal. I really like that. Again, I'm not really sure about the bottom there. I mean, having this for the floor is okay. So let me just, for this side, check out how this actually look like. Yeah, that for some reason already feels a lot better. Gonna look at this side. Yeah, definitely. How about just some gravel? Just a simple, like, concrete type of floor which has texture thing onto it. Now, I just want to see how this looks like. Have at least one line with this, right? See, already gets darker in here. But sure, getting light in here. Oh, that's just perfect. That really fits into a spot like this. Now, of course, now I'm looking at it, both sides really looks different, and I start /is to wonder if this should be this wide though. I mean, it's like a lot of space, right? Now, of course, from the outside, you don't really see anything of the, yeah, the floor. No. You know, that is a bit better. It's still dark. It is not nice. Alright, there is something that I just would love to change on this side. For some reason, I just love the panels on the outside, what I've done there. You know, this looks actually lesser bad. I mean, we can have like little menus at the side down here, and you just order here and get what you need, right? There's no need for a very wide counter. The nicest thing is that now indoors, this side kind of looks the same like that side. It's about the panels at the side. Now above the door though, how about this? To make it look more the same. Alright, coming up next, we need to add a little bit of furniture in here since it's a open building. Now for closed off buildings, it will be, you know, not always the same story, because why would I add in a whole interior in couple thousand homes that I'm going to need to build on this spot. Right, I just took a couple of different items in order to, you know, make like the kitchen stuff in the middle. Now we're also going to need to have a refrigerator, I would say. So instead of using like very light iron block, you could be using something like this and just, you know, use your fantasy that this is a refrigerator. Now of course, if you have a way better idea of what I should be using for that, you can also let me know. And I'm just, you know, testing different things. Now I do believe if I do that, we can stack stuff on top of each other. We cannot put a button on it, but this could be a refrigerator, right? Like bottom and top. Now of course, it's also going to be handy to have a bit of a counter. So we're gonna have one on this side, one on that side. Going to need to maybe have a blast furnace as an oven. And have another one on this side where it can also be maybe something done on top. It doesn't look too bad, but it also doesn't look like something that I like. I do believe is that this game should allow have something like this. That's very big particles though. I mean, sure, we don't have to add do both of these guys. So what that in there? Okay, that's funky. So we can have this, and then have another piece of counter like that. One like this. Yes, it is very cramped in, but that's the whole point of cute little builds. What I would like to check out right now is to have something that can suck away the smoky air out of this place. Let's see if this would work. So we could say let's get one of these away. And ooh, of course. Yeah. Now I actually also got a Caltron, right? This also might be nice in a kitchen with some mortar in there. I should not forget I have that. I mean, we can make some stuff here, make some stuff there, wash it off, pretend there are like counters in these things, kitchen counters. So the idea here was just add this and then have that as the to catch up the smoke, to say. Unless you guys be like, JB, just add in a little bit more color onto that. So I guess that will work. Yeah, this starts to become a thing. Now, of course, by far, this is, not everything. I'm going to add in decorative type of deal, like neon signs, add in some couple of different food items, plates, and all of that good stuff. So in this case, let me just decorate it, and then I'll come back with you and let's see what we can do for neon signs. Alright, so far so good. So I've been adding a couple of things inside of this building. So when you come in, you got the refrigerator, you got a box with whatever is in there. We're going to use fantasy. Got a clock up here. And we got a couple of signs on each corner which shows a drink that you can get. So orange and purple on this side and green and blue on this side. A melon, because someone was cutting melons here. We got some fish and we got a piece of beef. Now, anything else? Oh yeah, I placed a pot down here and a pot down there. I mean, there is not a lot of room to place a lot of stuff, but in this case, I think I have another idea what we could be doing in here. But first, let's check out the signs. I do have some kind of a template made, what we can just add up onto this this spot down here. Of course, there is room for a lot more type of deal, but in this case, we are selling burger, fries, and drinks, and it will only cost $5, just like that. And I think we first need to put this on there to make it glow, and then we can actually put that on there to just make it blink out a lot. The burger, fries, and drinks, $5. Sushi, noodles, and drink, also $5. And of course, what would a place without beer be? I'm pretty sure we can actually put some more stuff onto each side of that. So if you have another idea, just let me know. Maybe I can put some fruits or ice cream or something. Now, of course, what eventually would also be nice, I think, would be a sign maybe underneath somehow, some way, and then have a name of the store onto it. But there is also something else that I could be doing, and this is something that I'm just going to need to look up for a bit. But there is a way to make like your own bit more detailed type of signs. I have seen that, and that is actually by somehow, some way opening a new map. I'm not sure if it is possible in the creative mode though. I type in map, and then you have empty map, empty locator map. Is that the same kind of thing that's used in survival mode? Put this on and then you can... No. Ah, there we go. I just need to click again. So here we have made a map of the area, right? Now, what if I could go to the top and actually make my own template of the area, just like this? And then I think we should be able to... Yeah, like that. So we can just make our own sign, write a name onto it and have it on here. Yeah, like that. Okay, so if I would go out of it, now it looks like this. And then we could add this and then add that for a neon sign. I also got this one. I just want to see. I think this one fits in a little bit more with that rather than having it. Yeah, definitely. It is Magna stuff. You know, it starts to become something, but I do have to say I need to do something about these corners down here. I feel like it is nice to have all of these neons on top, and yes, there is one that is broken. I also got 2 of them right over there. But I feel like there is something purple is missing, something neon is. So I will see at some point what I can do about the corner parts. I might have an idea though. But the thing that I would like to do for right now is actually fill in the place a little bit, because, you know, there's this wolf, you have a cow and chicken, and anything else isn't really here. So I was thinking, what if we can place a... Is that even possible? You know, in this case, I guess I can just delete this one. It would be to place it back. So I was like, you know, can we... Wait, what? Is this how you do the poses? While holding... Oh... You know, to be honest, I always thought it was like a mod or something, and I never realized you need to hold shift in order to do that. I mean, I knew you can hold shift to, you know, get close to edges and stuff without falling off, and, you know, place 2 of these near each other without opening them, but I never knew about the stand. Oh, that's really cool. Okay. Yeah, so I wanted to put this on and that on. You know, give this guy a little bit of clothing. And can we also do... Wait, so maybe like that? Oh, we cannot give him stuff? Oh, that is a... Well, maybe I'm doing it wrong though. Yeah, I was doing it wrong. Okay. So I don't want to give him that. Can we? Like... Yeah, oh yeah, okay. Yeah! Oh, we don't want to dap it out. Yeah, it's like, hey, I want to order a drink, and he's like, oh, you mean that one or that one? No, it's not very good to see, but yeah, this is cool. Like, if you guys know more things, there could be a thing. Like, I wish we could place an actual dish down. I understand why it's not a thing, because it's just a flat piece, so it would never be a piece just like a pie to say. But if you guys know a lot more, just definitely let me know. Alright, you know what? I think that looks a lot better onto the corners too. I really like that. I just moved up the buttons to this side right down here. I can find it. There we go. Take this guy and a button lever. Place this on top and have like a tab. Brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. Now I do wish for certain things they had like a little bit more colors of it, which is also another thing that I wish there were multiply colors of it. Now of course eventually, you know, if we ever do a season 2, because it works out, then I can always install mods and just give things a completely different look, or have multiply type of things of it, because as you can see, the ladder, that's the only color there is. I wish there was like a dark oak ladder or a metal ladder, or in this case it would be an iron ladder. So for the chicken egg, I was thinking, how about we can just, you know, have something clocking around in this area. So I'm just going to remove that and then just make like a cage. Yes, and then bend down the knees, have it like this, open it up, and then I have to be quick, I guess. Okay, that's not gonna work. Like this and that. You're trapped. You're absolutely stuck there, chicken. You know, if it despawns, it will despawn, but for now it's okay. So yeah, decorated pot. This is also new to me. I'm not really sure how you should be decorating it. Maybe with some dye. I can always check it out a little later. It's okay to actually place one of these guys, you know, without decoration on it. Oh, that is not what I wanted to do there, buddy. Oh, having it like that, like some barrels. Maybe have this guy near. Just place some couple of random goodies around, and then we have grass. So we could place a piece of grass here, and this longer thing there, because, you know, this has been standing here for a little while, or just been placed. Have one of these, and then yeah, that's not going to be very handy. On this side, have like a dead bush. You know, that like that. And so we can just place a lot more fun stuff around, like we can place down here, another dead bush here, another piece of grass there. It also had it in mind to just give a little grassy down here, with that bush there. And you know, so long story short, we kinda getting something going down here, and yeah, I really start to love all of this stuff. But of course, there is so much more that can be done to this area, really. And you know, I've been saying I want to make some stores and shopping and whatnot, but slowly but surely, I am kind of running out of time, to be honest. I do want to add a little bit of a wall down here, not just a wall. I want to add a special kind of wall, and what I will also do right down here is have like a start of something that is eventually going to lead up for a bit, and then you can reach like another, let's say an area to say. Alrighty then, you know, I can do so much more, and I can just keep on going and going and just keep on adding things, removing things, changing things, but I have to stop myself because this island will be filled up within a couple of days though. So in this case, I thought we need to have some storage boxes here. Yes, I used the same kind of wall tile as I did right down here, because for some reason I really like them, as in, you know, certain panels that come down. In this case would be the door. And of course the contrast between the ground and the wall is huge in this case, but it's okay. It is definitely going to be okay. And yeah, onto the roof here, I can still build some stuff. I just decorated it with, once again, this slimy stuff, and certain bits and pieces are broken. In here, I just added a carpet and some lights, because I need to think of something that I can actually add in here. Maybe a vehicle, maybe certain storage boxes, or, you know, something to dress up this place. Maybe hang up some banners and whatnot. I'm going to figure out how to get these patterns on the banners or logos or whatever you want to call it. I've also been adding, you know, a couple of simple flowers in the border. I have been continuing this down here until this part, of course. This down here, I think somewhere around this area needs to go down. I just have to see how I'm going to do that, because it needs to get back up again. So yeah, all the ideas for that are pretty much welcome. And I'm thinking of it. There is one thing I actually forgot to do, and that is adding a stairs down here. But this kind of does take care that I'm going to use a different ground for up here, because that's also a thing. You need to find ways to flow over to different kind of blocks and bits and pieces. And yeah, like I've been saying, there is so much more that I could be doing in order to improve this area and make it look nicer and more filled up. And there need to be street poles, and there need to be all kinds of different things. And actually down here, I would like to have another, maybe a corner building, but I'm also thinking we need to build up into the sky, right? So maybe I should be adding a very big beam down here with a building built into it. Maybe have a couple of like little lower docks with boats, and maybe I should be making a special boat, or implement a boat that is actually right down here, or containers, or like there is so much stuff that, you know, could be part of. Maybe oh, that would also be so cool. Have like big screen TV on there, you know, made out with maps, and then, you know, make the map out there with certain blocks and fake it out. It's gonna be a ton of work, but there is so much that could be done with that. It's just absolutely insane. I'm so exciting. You can just find the Discord link in the description. You can join up and just send in a screenshot of what you've been making. Maybe I should add in like a creep face in there. Can't be seen though. Oh, I guess it could be seen though. Big screen TV. Flags, lights.